besties. We are back with another episode of the Girls That Get It podcast with your hosts, Ken and Han, of course. Who else would it be? We're back for an episode, and it's going to be a doozy. Not really. We're just catching up. Tell them what we're doing today, Ken.
I know. It's been almost a month since over a month since we last recorded, so
Yep.
that's embarrassing, but we're just going to fill you in on what we've been up to, the things we've been doing. Honestly, so much has happened, but we were kind of just trying to rack our brains of like what we're going to share, and we were like,
I know. I feel like
maybe not that much.
Oh, yeah. I feel like a lot has happened, but I'm also like, I really don't have much to say. But we're going to chat, and half the time we say that we have nothing to say, and then we end up talking forever just about random things. So I'm sure today will be no different.
Yes.
Do you want to start?
Yes. I can
Okay.
start.
Go ahead.
I was actually just recently listening to what we talked about in the last recap because I forgot. And so I'm going to try not to be repetitive, but last time we talked about how the Sunday that episode came out, it was indeed my birthday.
Oh, right.
And so I can tell you how I celebrated it.
Yeah, tell the class. We would love to know.
Yeah, so the week of my birthday, I kind of just kept it chill, hung out with my close girlfriends. I went out on Saturday night with one of my best girlfriends from college. She just moved here, and so it's been so fun having her here. Jenny and I went out just like, dude, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, I took some girls to dinner just to celebrate. And we talked about last time, like, that's just really the vibe I'm on for my birthday.
For sure.
I just want a good time with good people. And then a couple weekends after, I actually took a little solo trip to the mountains.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of
knew
forgot
that,
about
but
it.
I forgot. Oh,
I
yeah.
know. I just remembered as we were sitting here sharing. Because I went to Vail, and I love Vail. I think it's slowly becoming my favorite mountain town, which obviously,
Yeah.
like, I've been to Aspen once, and I love it, but it's one really pricey and further away, so I don't think it's fair for me to call it my favorite when I don't visit it that much.
Yeah.
The next two on my list are Crested Butte and Telluride, but those are like 5 to 6 hours away, so it's like a little bit more of a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I went to Vail, and I absolutely loved it. The first night just spent $100 on dinner by myself.
That's amazing. Sometimes you got to treat yourself,
You
though,
do.
honestly.
And it was I got sushi, and it's now my new favorite restaurant.
We need to go next time I'm there.
Yeah, it's like the Nobu of Colorado, and there's one in Denver. There's one in Vail, and I'm sure there's one like in another mountain town, whatever. So I did that, just had good eats. I journaled. I really just reflected on how far I've come in 25 years. And I think like there's always that quote of like, if you told little me what I would be doing now, she wouldn't believe it.
Right.
And I was so fortunate that I got to experience that in college. And so now continuing on that, I also was very reflective on like where I want to go. Because it's crazy to think in the next 25 I'll be 50.
Ooh, don't say that. Do not say that out loud. That is scary.
Well, and there's so many
my gosh,
bigger life events that are going to happen in the next 25. Like most likely at some point, hopefully, if I'm lucky.
You'll get married?
I'll get married and then have kids.
Yeah.
And that still seems like so far away to me. Like I'm not any closer to that now than I was a year or two ago.
Right.
If anything, I think I'm further away. And part of that's like I don't have a boyfriend, so it's not something I'm actively thinking about.
Yeah, and it's
but
hard
I don't
to
even
picture.
know if when I have another boyfriend, if that's going to be what I'm thinking about then. Like
I think you will eventually. I mean,
eventually.
obviously you won't know until it happens, but
yeah.
It's hard to even picture because you're not even at that next stage yet.
No. And what I found the thing that I was most proud about was just myself as a human. I feel like I've come so far.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that I take the time to like actively grow and reflect as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people don't start doing those exercises and practices until you're like 30s, 40s, and like shit's hitting the fan. So I just thankful that I'm self-aware, but kind of my biggest unknown is truly just the future. Um, something I'm realizing recently, and it's come with my promotion too, is that like all the goals that I have for myself, if I stay on the path I'm on, I will one day get to them.
Yeah.
Like, I know I have the skills. I know I'm going to put in the work. I know I'm going to do the time to get there. There's not a doubt in my mind. The first hump was just getting that first promotion, to know like the company sees me, they're willing to invest in me, they want a lot from me. And just how amazing this first month has been with the promotion has really set the tone for it too. And I want to be very clear, like, I'm not looking for another promotion anytime soon. I have so much to learn in this role. Like, this isn't me saying like I need to get anywhere faster. I'm happy with the trajectory I've taken and the timeline of everything. It's just beyond the next positions I want and working my way up that ladder. What is it for me at the end of the day? Like, is it really with this company? Is it really doing this? And then once I get to where I want to go, what comes after that?
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of, I mean, you've already done a lot in your first like job out of college, that obviously there's going to be more for you to come afterwards. And even though you might not know exactly what it is, it's only going to go up.
Right. And that's kind of what I walked away with, because I was kind of surprised that I didn't know more. Just because I think part of getting somewhere is having a goal and a vision to get there. You can't just say, oh, I want to do this one day and it's just going to fall into your lap. It's just going
to magically happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you have to be actively looking and searching for a great opportunity. So that's kind of what I walked away with. And I think I've always been great at this, is when the right opportunity or a good opportunity comes, I will take it.
Right.
Whether it's with this company, with a new company, like, I'm just open to life, and I think that's what served me the best through college, moving post-grad, just everything. I am not one of those people that's like, I'll have kids at 25, married at this. Like,
you don't have a set timeline for when you want.
I don't have to move here to settle down. Maybe I'm just so open to whatever happens with life, as long as it's great. The thing I challenge myself with, though, is I've seen here, and I've kind of had the motto, if it's this great, don't leave. And I still stand by that. But I also want to challenge myself to not get too comfortable, because I think that's when your goals get smaller, your dreams get smaller, you're not achieving everything.
As much. Yeah.
And that was something I went to lunch with a friend the other day during work on break or whatever. And I was just like, I feel like I could still be doing so much more. Like, this has given me so much confidence that truthfully, there's nothing that I can't do. Why am I not going out to do even more? And I know I will. So
you will. And that's a good thing that you're thinking that way, because it shows that you have goals and that you're ambitious, and you're not just like gonna be like, okay, I did one good thing and that's it, so I'm done.
No, I don't. Even though, like, yes, I want to be a woman with a career and like very invested in it, I do want to have several different careers. I want to do different things. I want to have different positions. I just want to do it all and be aggressive with it. So
well, that's all good things. I'm jealous that you got to go to Vail, because we went for a day trip when I was there, and it was so cute and fun and magical. So I bet I just am jealous. I want to go back.
I was a little bummed because the week I went, it's kind of in between like summer and then ski season, so a lot of places were closed, which I guess I knew happened but didn't really think and put two and two together. A lot of places don't open until the week before Thanksgiving.
So you were kind of like in the lull of the seasons.
Yeah, like there was only 2 places open for breakfast, and the first day that I was there, I went at 11 and they were already serving lunch, and I'm like,
jeez,
I kind of wanted a late breakfast, but like, okay.
Yeah.
But it was so good. Did a little hike, did all the things. I just love it. Went shopping at Lululemon.
The best. I need to not go into Lululemon, because I know I will buy stuff, even though there's no Lululemon here, so I don't really have to worry about that right now. But
it's changed my life. It's so good. I just
know.
am a Lulu girl.
It really, yeah. I want to be a Lulu girl because their stuff is really that good. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah. What's up with you? What's your kind of first?
Let's see. I think, I guess the oldest information I have is that I went home for fall break, which was at this point like 3 weeks ago. It was like beginning to mid October. And that was good. I just went home for a long weekend, and really all I did was hang out with my family a lot. I hung out with my brother a lot. And we just like spent good quality time. What did we do? We went to the beach one day and we brought Blue, which was cute. And he just ran around. Like we went to this like furthest end of like south of Wrightsville, and we let him off the leash because there was nobody there, and he was just running around like the happiest little dog on the planet. It was so cute. Aww. And so adorable. Every time I like hang out with Blue, it makes me want a puppy, even though I'm definitely not gonna get one. It's so,
I could see myself kind of soon doing that. Like not maybe like 2 years from now.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I see that sooner for you than for me. Ain't no way I could get a dog right now.
Well, I'll talk about it another time. But
you also have never had a dog, so like
no.
And I've had a bunch, so I'm less like.
That's why I'm putting it off, though.
Yeah. That's
one
it's
cost.
Probably smart.
Two, like my job.
You're gone so much. Like you're not.
I know.
Home.
I'm not home.
Yeah. You need more. You need more time to be able to like dedicate. If you're gonna get a puppy.
I do want a puppy.
Right, and that takes a lot of time and work.
I know, but there's gonna be a time where I just have to bite the bullet and do it.
Yeah. Yes. But I don't. That day ain't today.
I know. I didn't say it was.
No,
today.
I know. But yeah, it was just good quality time. Me and Sam went out a couple nights, saw a couple of our other friends, just hung out. It was really just like a slow weekend, just quality time. I can't even really remember what we did, but I guess we were just hanging out around the house a lot and just catching up. So that was good. But actually, I got sick over fall break. That's when this all started.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, not super sick, but I was just like a little congested. My throat was hurting a little bit, and it was like annoying, but not like I'm on my deathbed annoying. But then when I got back from home, I like went downhill like fast, and I was sick for like a freaking week. Then I got better, and now I'm like kind of sick again. It's just so annoying. Like it's just the little like stuffy nose that won't go away.
Yeah.
And I'm just over it. But a lot of people are sick right now, and I guess it's just that time of year. So
I think it's that time of year. I also think with, at least here, the weather has fluctuated so much of like really high, really cold, like, and that's kind of tough. And I think also by this time, at least where both of the places we live, it's a lot colder than it is now.
Oh yeah.
Like, and so I feel like our body was like prepared to be sick 2 months ago when the weather started to change, but the weather didn't start to change. It didn't,
yeah.
So now it's like, I can't hold on to this anymore.
I know, it's awful. I'm just like hoping and praying. And this last weekend I felt better. And I think that's why I feel bad today, is because this past weekend I felt better, so I was like doing more and going out more and staying up later, and because I had people in town. So I was like, woohoo, I'm gonna go live my life. And then the universe was like, nope, bitch, you're still not feeling well and you're trying to do all this stuff. You need a rest. So it's not bad. I just am not feeling the best, but that's okay. That's life. Let's see. What else? Oh, this is the last little thing I'll say, and then we'll transition because this is the last thing related to this topic. But when I was home, I got my hair cut. Not anything crazy. I just got it trimmed. But I decided once I talked to my lady that I'm definitely going to dye my hair black the next time I'm home, that she has an appointment, which I'm not sure. I need to look at her calendar and see if there's any days near Thanksgiving that I'm going to be home that she's working. But I know obviously she's taking time off because it's a holiday. So it might not be this time it might be December. Either way, by the end of the year, I'm going to dye my hair black.
I'm so excited. I think you're going to look so good.
I think so too. I see it for me. It's fitting. I don't know if I'll cut it more when I dye. I know how you feel. Kenna likes when I have short hair, and I hate it.
I think she looks so good, you guys. Like,
I think you're trying to sabotage me.
No.
Like, are you trying to make me ugly?
No. I will say,
okay.
And I want you to know I genuinely mean it when I say that to you. But most other people in my life, if I tell you to cut your hair, I want you to look ugly. I'm not.
That's why I'm like, is this the same kind of thing where you're telling your friends to get bangs and really it's disgusting idea?
Bangs don't look good on anyone. I don't care who you are. No.
That's why I'm like, I don't know if I trust you when you tell me that my hair should be short.
No. Well, one, your hair grows back so fast.
That's true.
It's not the end of the world. Like, for me, it's taken my whole life to recover from my bad haircut in college. So I'm not too worried about it growing out for you. Two, I love the pictures of you when your hair is short. I think it's also because when I first met Hannah, she had the longest hair in the world, and it was way too long.
I would never let it go that long again.
Way too long.
Crazy.
I know, but like,
that was ridiculous.
I think that's why I do the extreme of the short, because like it was such a transition, because you went from really long to really short.
I did, yeah.
Not just like kind of where you're at now, like an in between. So I think that's why, because my memory of going from really long to really short, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is it for you. Like you're a short hair girly. But I do like the medium length too. So
the problem is, and I've probably said this before, but when I cut my hair the first time from really long to really short, I was like, oh my God, this is great. And then after like a week of having it and like realizing that I actually have to put more effort into styling it for it to look good on a daily basis, I was like, I'm so over this. This is awful. And I was super annoyed. And I also, because my hair is so freaking thick, it like the shorter it goes, the fuller it looks, which is like good, but not when you're just trying to roll out of bed and like get out the door, because then it gives like messy lion mane, and that's not the vibe I'm going for. And so since then I've cut it and then let it grow and then cut it, let it grow, and every single time I cut it I like regret it afterwards because I think it looks ugly, but maybe that's just me. But now I saw one of my favorite like YouTuber influencers, she just chopped her hair and it looks so freaking good. It's making me want to do it, but I'm like, don't be stupid. Every time you do this, you hate it, but it looks so good on her.
I feel like you didn't start to hate it until like maybe the last time you did it.
Yeah. But now I'm kind of thinking the black with the short could be a move. So I'm like, do I trust myself enough to like go for it because of the hair color change, or should I just play it safe and only dye it and not cut it? Maybe I could cut it and ask her to like thin it out a little bit, because that would just be easier.
Yeah.
I've done that before. The amount of times I have like thinned my hair a little bit and it never actually does anything is ridiculous. Like it makes it a little bit easier to manage, but it always comes back.
Well, duh. It's not
I know.
like...
Oh, I know, but like, I don't know. We'll see. But
yeah,
I'm definitely dyeing it, so that'll be a fun change.
Yeah, well, you could always dye it first long, and then if you like it that much, you can cut it. Because you'll have to go, probably not as much as I have to go for the lighter hair, but like you'll still have to get it touched up.
That's true. It's not like I'll never go back.
Your natural hair color is lighter than black.
Yeah. True. So we'll see, but I'm excited. I think it'll look good, and yeah,
it will. She's in her like goth era, guys.
I know. I was Wednesday for Halloween, and the amount of the amount of people who were like, "Oh my God, I love your costume. Oh my God, you look so good. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." I was honestly shocked by how many people like complimented my costume, but I did kill it. I looked kind of just like her, so
that's what we want to see.
It was good. Yeah. Okay. What else do you have?
The weekend after my birthday weekend, I went to see the Taylor Swift movie.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this, but let's hear your thoughts. What did you
I
think?
thought it was so good. Me and my friend kind of went all out in the sense like we made friendship bracelets the night before, like made a little night out of that. And then the day of, like we went out to lunch before and it was just so fun. And we went on opening weekend, so the theater was like pretty crowded. And I'd been seeing on TikTok there's like two types of theaters. There's ones that just kind of like sit down and watch it, and then others that like get up and literally throw a freaking party during the whole thing.
Which one was yours?
Mine was the first. It was very chill. The two girls beside us stood up and like screamed the whole time, which was good for them. Happy they still did that. But
Yeah.
I was with my friend and I was telling her, I was like, you are more than welcome to get up and do whatever you want to do, but I just need to take this in first.
Yeah.
And then we're actually going again tomorrow because they stopped showing it next weekend, which I thought it was going to be in theaters a lot longer.
Dang, that was quick.
I know.
I still never saw it, or I haven't seen it yet.
You got to go if you want to.
I know.
But we're going again tomorrow, and I feel like I would get up and dance tomorrow. Just for funsies. And I feel like less people will be there, so.
True. The hype has, not the hype, but like people saw it when it first came out, so I feel like less people are going now because they've already seen it.
Well, and I thought it was great, and I feel like she should release that on a streaming platform eventually because I know people would watch it over and over again, like
definitely
for the memories. And it's just an impressive set list to have of that many songs. There were a couple songs that weren't in there that are on the normal set list, and that was frustrating. Some of the good ones she took out.
Dang, I wonder why.
I think it was just to keep it like reasonable in theaters. Like it's still a 3-hour, 3:15 movie. Like,
woo, yeah. Did it feel like 3 hours, or were you like, by the end of it, were you like, oh my god, that was the longest movie of my life, or were you like, I could keep watching this forever?
Well, I didn't want it to end because it gives you that like post-concert depression because you're like, oh shit, it's over. Like I was so sad.
Yeah.
But I will say it was really stimulating for my eyes to have her that close and like all the dancers and all like the sparkly things, all the action, and the flashing lights. I was like, oh my god, my eyes are sensitive. Like, but it was really great. It's really high quality. I'm just also, can we just talk about her live singing?
Yes. I've never seen her live.
I haven't either, but like every clip I've seen on TikTok, everything from the movie sounded just like the CD, the record, the whatever. So props to her. And how many times do artists cancel shows for whatever reason? The fact she has almost a 4-hour set, 44 songs, and didn't cancel a single night of tour so far, that's just really impressive to me.
Yeah, that's correct. I could not get up there and sing for 4 freaking hours. That's a long time, and just like exhausting because I know she doesn't just stand up there with the microphone.
Right.
Like, she's moving around, dancing, doing the whole thing.
Dances really hard. And then I don't know if they cut the outfit changes to be faster in the movie, but I was impressed by how fast they were. And then I will say too, I went home tired because I was singing the whole time, and I felt like if I stopped singing, I was a fake fan. So I can't imagine what she feels.
Oh, I know. She has to put it on like 100 every single night.
Yeah, well, like she can't just stop singing to like catch her breath or like take a breather. It's just all or nothing. So really good. Go. That was just a good wholesome weekend, and I feel like my girls group here is just really strong, and I love it.
Yay, that's awesome. I love that. I'm glad that y'all had a good weekend and that you're like, not that you weren't established with a good group of friends before, but I feel like now y'all are like super close,
we're locked in now,
which is good. I love that.
What's your next update? I have a few more. But...
let's see. I really only have like one other like weekend situation update, and then the other two are just little comments that I wanted to share. But I guess the main one is that this past weekend, my two friends from out of town came up, and there was like a big football game here on Saturday, so they came up for the weekend mainly to do that and just to hang out. But they came up on Thursday night, and we didn't go hard, but like we went out 3 nights in a row, which like is not normally me. Like I normally I don't know. These days, going out one night, I'm like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
So 3 in a row, I was like, boy, this ain't for the weak, and I am the weak. That's probably why I feel not great today, just because I was like going out so much and like drinking way more than I normally do. But it was a lot of fun. They got here Thursday. We went out Thursday night. It was a really good time. We went out with a couple of my other friends from here, and they all met, so that was fun. Friday we kind of took it easy. Well, actually I worked Friday morning, and then and then we took it easy, went to the parkway and like looked at some views and just kind of chilled. And then Friday night we went out again, and then Saturday was like the big main event. We went to the game, we tailgated, which was a lot of fun, and we ended up seeing a bunch of people, like their big friend group from undergrad. They all came up for this game too. So on Saturday we got together. I thought you were
their big friend group.
Well, yeah, but like all the like even side players, the dudes and like their girlfriends, all the like everybody came up, and so we met up with them at the tailgate. That was fun. And then we went to the game and we won, thank God, because our team is not doing well this year at all. But we won, so that was fun.
I thought you guys were like not a big football school, but like
we have been for the last but this year they are dropping the ball majorly, and I don't really know why. So, but we won this past weekend, so that was fun.
Who'd you play?
Marshall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mom's family is a big Marshall family.
Oh, really?
Because it's West Virginia.
Yeah. It was fun, and then we went out Saturday night. But I feel like just the whole weekend, like me, Alex, and John were just having the best time ever and laughing more than we've laughed in forever. Aww. And it was just like good quality, fun time. And now that like we're older and obviously we don't see each other as much, and just like with everybody living in different places, I feel like the time that you do get together with those friends is so special, and like
100%.
We just made the most of it and had a good time, and I'm really glad that they came up and that we were able to hang out, so that was good. And then Sam, I told you this already, but Sam randomly appeared.
That's
made
wild.
An appearance on Friday night because he was,
but in a good way.
I know, he was at a wedding, or he was in a town like 40 minutes away for a wedding, and I guess they finished like their rehearsal stuff on Friday earlier than he thought, and so he texted me and he was like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm at a bar." Like, what do you mean? And then 45 minutes later I turn around and he's behind me, and I was like, "Oh, hey." So that was a fun surprise, and Alex and John really like Sam and they like him, so like it was just all around good vibes. Let's see what else, but yeah, I'm beat now. Like, I'm so tired from just like being up late and going, and you know how that goes.
That's so great, because to your point, I feel like it's so rare now to have like so many people you care about like together, and then it's so great that it was a good time. I feel like sometimes when you're away for a long time, sometimes like the hype is built up and maybe it's either not as fun, or like if something happens, it's like more magnified because you haven't been together for a little bit. So those are the times that it's all about, and I'm glad you guys just had the best time, because I know that's the greatest feeling, because then you'll want to do it even more.
Exactly.
So yeah,
it was a lot of fun. And then the last thing that happened kind of this weekend, I guess, or on Thursday, I had I'm like in this tap club on campus, and we had a tap performance. And that was really fun because I don't get to dance. Well, one, I just don't get to dance much anymore in general. So then when I joined this club, I was like, okay, this is a fun way for me to like keep dancing every once in a while. But then they like put on this little winter showcase, and so that was on Thursday, and it was just a lot of fun. And every single time I do something like that, it makes me miss dancing, and it's just like reminded me of the good old days when we were all back in like the
Mhm.
dressing room with, you know, the lights with on the mirrors, and we
Yes.
were just like sitting there getting ready, and everybody was like, wow, this feels like competition days all
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah, that's such a good point.
But it was a lot of fun, and my 2 friends came and they brought a sign and they brought me flowers, and it was just the sweetest thing.
Oh, that's so cute.
It was really cute.
That's good friends right there.
So we love supportive friends that will do that for me. But it was fun and it was good, and yeah, that's really all I got.
Oh, well, that's good though. Like you've been living life to the fullest, staying busy. I feel like finals are coming up here soon for you too.
Yep.
So got to bunker down before winter break. I mentioned it to you when you were on fall break. I just forgot those were a thing, which partially is because I didn't get them in college because my college was structured differently.
Right.
But like, dang, I forgot.
I know. It's crazy, but it's coming up quick.
I know, because even like as a more like full-time employee adult, there's not even like my company, the only 2 days a year we are guaranteed off is Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Like I don't get those random Monday holidays off. I don't get like the week after Christmas before New Year's off. Like there's not breaks.
There's no breaks.
Like, that's just
go,
life.
go.
Yeah, 100%. So
yeah,
getting to still enjoy those, and one day I'd love to either be in a position where I get more time off, especially when I have a family, or have a career that's a little bit more flexible.
Yeah.
But for now it works, so that's so great.
Yeah.
I have I have 2 more personal things and then a work update.
Okay.
First things first is the weekend after the Taylor Swift movie was Jenny's birthday, and Jenny is like my best friend here in Denver. She's like a sister. I love her so much. So we went to dinner with some girlfriends, and then we went out after. And I just gotta say, that was one of my favorite weekends, night outs, like ever. Like it was just good people, good times, good attitude, so fun. Great food, great drinks, had the best espresso martini I've ever had. And I think it's just because it's so easy to celebrate Jenny. Like she's just such a ball of life. And then
she
to
really
your point,
is.
The girl group is just strong. Like I guess Jenny was the last one to really join because she started the latest. But to just feel like I have people that I can turn to for advice on anything, and they're not going to judge me. And they also are like so hard on me in the best way. They're like, you can do more, you can do better. Like
that's good though.
Things like that. So that's where I just feel like my quality of life all around has increased.
Yeah.
Because of those people, but it was just a great time, and we went to places that we don't typically go to either. So like just
that makes it fun. Switch it
really
up a little
knocking
bit.
down all the things.
Yeah.
And then this past weekend that's just now ending, I had some friends come into town for the Army Air Force football game. So we went out the night before, super cash, and then tailgated the game the next morning, which I don't think I've ever been to a tailgate just because I didn't go to a school with football.
Right.
But I kind of knew what to expect. We weren't really there for that long because the game started at 12. Or 12:30.
Yeah, so you're not gonna tailgate at 8 a.m, or I bet you some people were, but
we were supposed to be there at 9, and then we just kept all pushing it back.
Yeah.
But it was, first off, Army won, and that's obviously who I pull for.
Yeah.
But Air Force had been undefeated all year, and like they're so good. I don't know what the heck we were on, but within the first like minute of the game, West Point scored a touchdown. And it was just over from there. Like not even close, no catch up. Like
why is it like kind of weird to me that they have football? Like I guess it's not, but like if you think about it, I'm just like, how do they have time? How do these people who are
well, it's because they're going to college. They're not like fully.
I know. I guess.
Working Army, whatever.
Yeah, it's just for some reason in my head, I'm like, that doesn't go together, like Army and football. But like, I mean, it's fun, and I'm glad they have it. But for some reason, I'm like,
yeah,
it like doesn't quite connect.
Yeah. No, that's something Gina and I were talking about. Like when I was younger and like the Army Navy game would come on, I thought these were like people
Grown
actively
men
serving. Yeah. And I was like, how are they
in Afghanistan one weekend, on the football field the next weekend.
Right. But then obviously like with Matt going, it makes a lot of sense. And it was fun for
Right.
Jenny because Jenny came with us.
Mm-hmm.
She asked a lot of those like beginner level questions about the military or West Point.
Yeah.
And it was funny to listen to Matt explain them or whoever it was.
Right.
And he was like, honestly, he's like, one, he loved her because who doesn't love Jenny?
Who doesn't? Yeah.
But then two, he was like, this is such a good like sounding board for me to know how the general public like perceives what we do because she didn't know anything prior. And she doesn't.
You wouldn't unless you know somebody or like have a connection.
Yeah. Well, and that's something too. Gina and I talk pretty frequently. And she's like, well, it's so different. And I'm like, yeah, but you have to remind yourself the world they're living in and then the world you're living in. Like, there's different expectations. It's like their life and career are so much different than what I would say average people do. Neither
For sure.
wrong or right, but you can't sit there and compare. Like, it's two different ball games.
Yeah.
And you got to be really comfortable, like in yourself, where you're at, doing what you're doing, because there's things that they'll get to faster because of the benefits, the career, like life in the military, and then there's things that they'll won't experience until they get out of the military,
right?
And then they'll have to restart and like learn what us normies go through all the time.
Yep.
So, it was just good, fun weekend all around. We went to Grizzly Rose, did the thing. But yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, I just love football.
I know you do. I don't. I mean, I'll go and I'll enjoy it, but I'm not. If I didn't have friends who wanted to go, like I'm not on my own gonna be like,
yeah,
I need to watch this football game. I'd rather watch basketball, but that's just me. I know you love football.
Yeah, I love football. I love basketball too, don't get me wrong. But that was fun. I was going to say something else about it, but I forgot. Oh, Jenny and I were just the life of the parties. Like, we came home after the game. We, like, all went home and then regrouped before dinner. And Jenny and I were exhausted. And I was like, it's because we carried the team for the fun times. Like,
yeah. That's hard work being
it is.
Being the facilitators of the fun.
The function, yeah. So, anyway, the last thing I really have to update on is work. Last time we talked, I think I mentioned I got promoted. Was it that long ago?
Yes, you did. And yes, it was.
Okay. So about a month ago, I was promoted. So that's been really fun. I've been like transitioning into my new role, really hitting the ground running. Literally last week, they doubled my goal for the entire, yeah, because I'm probably in the next week or two going to hit my goal for the entire year. And it's been a month and a half.
Dang.
And I don't know what the record is for like someone moving into a new role and like getting to that milestone, because it's not a short milestone. Like,
yeah, no, that's like unheard of, I feel like.
And for it to be like a month and a half in and I'm like there. I'm really just a month in, but I think by a month and a half I'll meet my goal.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Like, yeah, we're going to double it. And I was like, okay. And then we've also had lots of new people start at work. I don't know if I mentioned that last time, but it's just so fun to be becoming one of the veterans on the team to help mentor and teach and coach. And it's always just exciting to have people coming in that are eager about their roles and learning about what I do, learning about what they can do better. Like, I think they push me to be better. So it's fun to have new teammates, new team members, and we've just been having the silliest, goofiest time at work. Like, I go home most days laughing more than I have the day before.
Yeah, like, that's like one of the best things about, I feel like I hope that that's me whenever I start working, because that just makes it fun and makes it like, obviously you guys crack down and do get serious when you need to, but it's also nice to like be able to have a good time and like it be an enjoyable experience, because nobody wants to go to work and be like have the life sucked out of you. Like, that's the worst.
Right. And it makes the days go by faster. It makes the work fun. And then especially when like our team in general has been pretty high performing recently.
Yeah.
So that's fun too. There's weeks where we obviously fall short and don't always meet our goals, but
Right, that's gonna happen.
It makes the fun even more fun when you're winning
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So yeah, just good things all around.
Well, sounds like you're thriving, and I love that. And I'm so proud of all the amazing things you've done with your work.
Thanks. I think that's also why I've thought so much about like what's next.
Yeah.
Because it's gone so well.
Yeah.
And being in a role where there's more expectations for me to like produce a certain amount of dollars or sales or experiences for clients, it's one of those things like I knew I could do it since day one.
Yeah.
But why am I doing it? And I want a better why than what I have right now.
Well, that's good that you'll keep growing with that mindset, which I feel like not a lot of people, I feel like it's easy to get like stagnant and
right
in a comfortable place, but that's good.
Right. And it's really thinking like, just because I can do it, do I like doing it? And right now I like it because it's the challenge of proving to people that I can do it. And like that kind of, because I love to prove people wrong, but it's like, if I took my bread and butter at the end of the day and thought about the things that I want to be like my core pillars of life, is that why I'm doing it? And I think so, but will it always? I don't know.
I don't know. That's the crazy thing about life. Everything can change when you aren't planning for it, but that's all good things. I'm excited for you. I feel like that's all I have to say. Like I've wanted to have something else, but I don't have any.
And that's okay, because that's
more
really all I
updates.
have to say too.
Well, yay. It sounds like we're both thriving in our own ways, and I love that for us.
I know. We are really killing it out there, bestie.
We are.
So you guys should leave a comment down below how you're killing it out there.
True. Let us know. Share the love.
Yeah. But on that note, just be sure to like and subscribe. We're going to film another episode after this, and it's going to be just as good, just as fun and fresh.
It will.
We post our podcast on YouTube every week it's on our channel, Ken and Han. You can also search the Girls That Get It podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Anchor, whatever your cup of tea is. But be sure to give us a 5-star rating or like the video,
because this is good.
And then we'll just see you in another video really soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye.